So I am welcoming Shalini Fernandes and her husband James Fernandes. So it's great to have you here because Shalini is, I can proudly say, a healthy beauty. She's been associated with us from the past 4 months, and she's been so consistent. I'd like her to share her journey, and her husband also is being like a real warrior with her. So I want to listen from him. So I've requested their presence, both of their presence. So welcome, both of you. Welcome.
Thank
How are
you.
you feeling?
Okay.
I'm feeling good.
Yeah, thank you for joining here. And it's so great to have both of you here because I just want you to share your journey. I know I heard a lot about you from Shalini that you keep
Okay.
pushing her through. But I just want to listen to both of your journey from the start. Like you are into fitness and you are already motivated, she says. But how did you encourage her to join this? Was she motivated herself? Like, what was the situation before joining Healthy Beauty?
I mean, prior to joining your course, and I think you're the one who actually inspired her. It's not me. So all credit needs to go to you. But prior to that, yes, I mean, I wouldn't say she was really fit, but she wasn't unfit also. But I think what you've done is, perhaps kindle something inside of her, lit a candle that actually has taken off, in a good way. So it's actually lit up a flame. And I think, with that motivation, I think maybe with the whole group thing that you've started, it turned out to be, something in the positive for her. So it's
Great.
not exactly me because she's always seen me exercise around the house and all, but I think it's mainly the group and mainly you that have kind of taken this thing 2 steps forward.
Yeah, and I saw this thing in Shalini, like it's not just she wanted to keep healthy herself and just feel good. She had a purpose. That is also, I feel, is very important. Like you have a purpose and you want to contribute in a larger way. Shalini said this to me when she joined, that she was into a voluntary service where she was serving this people old age people, and she saw that she didn't never wanted to land up in that situation, and she wanted to be fit until her last day. Seeing that situation, and she wanted to contribute in her service, she wanted to be more energetic, more. And how was it, Shalini? Like before you joined Healthy Beauties, how was your energy stay, and how your activities, how you were going through all the day, and how do you compare, what changes you found after
I
joining?
used to do all the activities before also, but now with more energy and enthusiasm and more dum or hair, something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, the energy level has definitely increased. I mean, in that sense, you can see that she can go through the entire day now, with a sense of purpose. Earlier, it used to be maybe it's a sense of duty, but now, there is a purpose also involved in that. So,
great. So, I also wanted to ask this, that in different areas of just not the looks and what all the transformation in terms of have you noticed, and what Shalini has noticed? Is it just the mood, the looks, and have you found yourself losing weight, or your clothes have become like you've shifted to one size lesser? Like, what are the changes? I would like to ask individually both of you what changes you have observed and what changes Shalini has observed.
coming from changes point of view, I mean, the looks at least, I don't consider that important. Okay, it's basically what's inside that makes you feel, that brings out the beauty, right?
Yeah.
And
So
when
it's
you
the
feel good
mood.
about yourself, when you feel
Yeah.
good about yourself, no matter how you look, it's you'd always feel good. You always
Yeah.
have that positive vibe about you.
Yeah.
Now she's always had that vibe, but again, I think what's happened is, with this joining of the group and everything, it's gone up a notch. It's gone up to a level where now it is, you can say it was earlier a candle placed on just a chair. Now it's a candle placed in the center of the room that is giving out light. So
Wow, wow, that was such a profound thing you have noticed. Even I have noticed this in Shalini. She was that happy, smiling girl all the time. But that smile like inspires everyone. So that even the mood which we says no comes from exercising the whole day, your mood. So that changes you have seen. And what you have noticed, Shalini, and what compliments others other than Mr. James, what others have noticed in you?
James never compliments, so so that doesn't the thing. And the thing is, we both don't go into like looks and things like that. So, and I always buy clothes which have elastic. So
Okay.
there's no such thing that in 25 years that we've been married, I have never said कि ये tight हो गया, ये loose हो गया, because all my clothes have elastic.
Okay.
So there's no such thing that I can't,
Yeah.
I don't weigh myself all the time.
Yeah,
But my friends
yeah.
and neighbors have noticed that Arey, your hips have become this thing.
I mean, I'll put it a little differently. Maybe she's trying to be modest here, but jeans that were in the cupboard have now come out. So
Wow, see, that was a change. That you were feeling that confident, like you can carry it, and you look great. So you have bought it out. The clothes which you have been keeping there, so they are coming out. So that is a great thing. That is a great thing. Now we have kept certain things. Oh, now ab umar ho gayi, or whatever you say, that now this is not for me. So you have bought it out. So that confidence in your body that comes from exercising and that good feeling that you can sport it. Yeah, you have looked into it and you have brought it up. So the next thing which I want to ask you is lifestyle, in terms of lifestyle, like how I've heard a lot about your family, like there is a proper time to go to bed, there's proper time to eat, there's everything, prayer, everything is like systematic. So how and you do it to like make sure that everybody's sleeping and all. So how lifestyle was already there, but how you think important is lifestyle, and how it helped her gain her fitness, or it taken it to the next level. That
I think, again, one thing is with the program, she's become more conscious of the fact of what she's eating, how much she's eating. And, it kind of has brought that into focus for her. Maybe
yeah
earlier it used to be, we'll cook something, we'll eat something. Agreed, yes, we did have a very timetabled kind of a life. But now I think, with what she's told me of the programs and all the uh, classes that you've had with regard to nutrition and all that, it's kind of brought it out in the fore, so that we are a little more conscious of the things that we're doing. And ensuring that, let's say, for example, one of the most important things I think we've kind of transformed into is eating a light dinner, eating it early, not trying to be too heavy on our
okay
especially at the meal before bedtime.
yeah
And I would say, for people who are watching this, you don't have to cut down on everything in life. You can go enjoy a party once in a while, but eventually, you need to be a little more controlled over everything that you, especially in terms of food, because that eventually will transform into, how your body looks.
Yeah, I want to bring up this also. Like a lot of people who are not overweight, but they are suffering this hormonal issues and a lot of health issues because of their lifestyle. Lifestyle in the sense being more sedentary, sleeping late, and getting stressed out or burnt out, or whatever issues are there, and consistently being on the social media. All these kind of things make up their bad lifestyle. So, how do you minimize that in this how do you encourage that you have a balance, like on the move, you're all the time, not that sedentary, going to bed early, and restricting social media, all that.
I think I would give credit to her for this, because we have rules that have been made up in the house. I mean, she's primarily driven those. Like, for example, after a certain time, there is no internet. We switch off the Wi-Fi, so everything, all the devices go off. And if
Great.
you want to really, you're still not sleepy, perhaps take a book, read about it. Do certain things. There are certain timelines and which we need to follow. So that is one. Now, in terms of sedentary lifestyle, we've always maintained that we've never had a servant in the house, so each one needs to clean, sweep, and swab their room. That goes for the children too. So they've it kind of gets done as part of your regular daily chores. So that is one part of it.
Yeah, and as long like she includes like going to the grocery herself, walking to the store, and walking to the church. She says so all that increase her movement all throughout the day.
That is right. And the other thing that we tend to do, at least we live on the 5th floor of our apartment, and we always at least make it a habit of going down the stairs, if not up. So just walk down the stairs. It makes a big difference.
Yeah, that's so important. Thanks that you have shared this, because for everyone, it's not that exercise. I just share this that exercise is just a dot in that big circle which is called movement. So if you're doing that dot, it doesn't matter. You just have to feel some movement in every part of the day. So that's you're trying to not use the lift. You're trying to walk wherever it is possible, to the grocery shop, to the church, to the store, and climbing the stairs. That introduces a lot of movement and avoids that sedentary lifestyle. So this is one thing. And the other thing which you mentioned, that since you have had rules in the home, so that is so profound. I would in these times, slipping, everything is slipping in from families. There is no such code of honor or rules, whatever you call it, that everybody is behaving random, eating at random time, sleeping at random time, and there is no thing that Wi-Fi should be plugged off. It's like if you do that, it's like taking away the breathing.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, for people it is like that. Not just for children. It is. I've seen so many of the patients, they cannot unplug from social media. So that kind of code of honor you have maintained, or rules which you have maintained for your family's well-being, it's really inspirational, I must say. And I would encourage everyone to have such kind of rules, and like how you eat, how you move, and how you sleep and take a rest, and what is the time to unplug. That is all very profound. The other thing which I wanted to say is, what else you would like to say to our healthy beauties? I would like to ask both of you individually. Anything last bit of advice which you would like to share? Being in the community, I think like Shalini, which I have appreciated, what I have seen is never she's missed a session. Never she's missed. So people join in, but thinking that just joining will make them reach their goals, or have them see the effects, results, or transformations. But staying and showing up, staying there in the community, showing up every day, standing. She was sometimes I and her were the one who was there. So every weekend call, she shows up. So how she managed to be so consistent, and what is the message? How one can say consistent?
No, I mean, I think she has excellent time management skills. So she's been able to, balance everything to make sure that her life in this aspect is also balanced out. The other thing is, reaching a goal is not your final stage. It is, this is a journey. So you're going to continue on this. Once you've taken that first step, you continue walking. I mean, it's not that you've reached some place, so now you're going to stop. So this is something I think whoever joins the group needs to realize, that consistency, the effort that they put in, because it's only going to be self-driven. I mean, you can facilitate something to a certain point, up to a certain area, but beyond that, it has to be something that they do from themselves. If it's not self-driven, it's very difficult, to maintain that momentum. But however, if they do stop for whatever reason, be sure that you can always come back onto the wheel. This is a wheel that keeps going round and round, so you can always hop on. You can, I mean, I would say stop in the sense take breaks, but do keep coming back onto the wheel and continuing, because this is, as I said, a big journey.
Yeah, I still remember the day she had those like Christmas and some special days, still she showed up, or she said that, okay, can we do this day, or made sure that she's not leaving it totally. So I really appreciate the level of commitment she has and consistency she shows. So hats off to you, Shalini, and I wish all our healthy beauties are consistent. It's like sometimes also said this, okay, I'm going to give you penalty for not showing up, but it's all like you told in inner motivation. Somebody can push you, but you just have to show up for yourself and stand for yourself. So that is what I've seen in Shalini, and. And it is not that she didn't struggle. She had her days which were like sometimes she had issues with her cycles, and but still she showed, and she said that I'm going to do the bare minimum, and whatever is required, I'll just do that, and I'll going to let go the hard ones. But she showed. So I want all the ladies or everyone out there to just show up every day, and it makes a huge difference over a period of time.
Absolutely.
Over a period of time, bit by bit, bit by bit, it like shows a lot. She's getting so many compliments, she's feeling good in herself, and she's able to wear all those dresses which she's not been wearing for quite some time. And she wants to do everything enthusiastically, like all these uh, push you even further in your journey. So coming to our last thing, what is that one thing which you would suggest? Shalini, I would like you to answer this. What is that one thing you suggest for our other members of this community and whoever is watching?
If you join, just try and stay consistent. And even if you can't join the class, do some exercise during the day.
Yeah. And did you find that the recording videos help? The library which we have built, we have shared so many videos. So there are lighter ones, there are easier ones in this.
Yes.
And there are so many motivational talks, inner circle calls in this. So whenever you are free, you can just go back on this, listening to it, so that you are in alignment with your goal, or you're just staying in your thought and your mind and body, uh, like it is in focus.
Yes.
So how, did the recorded videos help you? And
each video is labeled what exercise it is. So depending on, like, you're tired, you're sleepy, you're okay, how, like, how much of energy you have, you can pick that exercise video for that day. So that really helps in, like, planning on what you want to do. And even you can do it on the spur of the moment, like, okay, today I have lots of energy, let's take this thing, let's take strength training or something which you don't like.
Yeah. So thank you so much, Shalini, and I would be looking forward to serve you in better ways more, and accomplishing more health and fitness goals, and keep consistently keeping this journey with you. Thank you, James, for joining us.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I would like to thank you. I mean, after all, you brought a lot of people together. You've, highly motivated them. And I think, you've done a tremendous job on this. So,
thank you. I want to keep going in this consistently in this journey, and I want to inspire as many women. And hats off to you. Like, I've brought you here because not everyone is fortunate to have someone who pushes you. So there are so many women in our community, our group as well, who cannot have this lifestyle which Shalini is having, and it's all because of the joint community or joint family effort. If it's not your support, it would not be consistency of Shalini showing up so much. So you are an inspiration for all other men as well.
No, I don't think, they need men to be inspired. I think they just need, the support from people around them. I mean, it need not be a man. It could be, mother, woman, anyone around there. And I think that's what your program has brought out. I mean, it's brought out that support group, which is extremely, extremely important. And, if they're able to understand that and, latch onto it and carry on, one person lights the lamp for another person. That's what you've done actually.
And that you have truly pointed out, because Shalini does that job, because we can if hold our hands. It's not just about your family member, it's a family. In our healthy beauty itself is a family. So and we just pull out each other, and Shalini does that job tremendously. She just calls everyone, come, keep join, come, it's starting, and she pulls you like a family. It's not that you rightly said, it's not that always your spouse or somebody from your family. This group itself is like a family, and we can I just told them, be accountable to each other. So remind each other, and okay, did you do this, did you miss this, how many days it happened, show up, put a track, like, okay, 5 days in a week I have done, okay, how many you have done, question each other, be accountable to each other. So rightly you have said that we are accountable to each other, the group ladies themselves, and of course the family, if it is there, is a blessing. So thank you so much for being here, and thank you for Shalini. You are my healthy beauty, and I wish you stay healthy to the last day of your
Thank you.
life, and keep inspiring and stay connected.